Paddington's going to Peru. The beloved bear that hails from London. He's visiting Peru. He's visiting his aunt in Peru.
How did this thing sneak into it?
It didn't sneak in anywhere. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Millennials like myself read Paddington stories as children, and bringing that story to life with this live action is just amazing. Again, the third time. This is the third one that they're doing. And it's been so amazing to bring those powerful stories to this generation.
Is he going to come to Nigeria soon?
He's going to be in Nigerian cinemas eventually.
He says Paddington comes to
You want him to come to Africa?
Come to Nigeria.
You want them to kidnap him? He's actually a very rich bear, though. A very, very wealthy bear.
Okay, for those of you, Titi, you have heard Titi.
Yeah, but it's star-studded, though. Antonio Banderas is in there.
Yeah.
And, you know, whenever they pack stars inside, you know, movies like that, there's a reason for it, because they just want to make sure. Why are you whispering? Why are you whispering there, Mike?
Mike is
what are you doing?
He's all about
Paddington! Yay!
So fun fact, I had a Paddington bear as a child, so I'm very.
that was what I said from the beginning now.
I had one.
Understand. I think it's an enjoyable watch.
Yeah.
Literally having about 10 nephews and nieces.
Yeah.
Animations are fast becoming one of the things I have to do, because now they're all coming out for holidays and breaks and things like that. So, I mean, these are actually kind of things we look forward to, having family time and enjoying such movies and all. So, yeah, Paddington is definitely one that I'll watch with the family.
All right.
Some Oscar winners in there.
Yeah.
Olivia Colman won, Emmy winners. She won the Emmy for The Queen. She acted as the Queen, and she's a nun in this particular one. So it's going to be fun. Yeah. Go ahead, Mike. You allowed me speak. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hitman is right up next. Let's take a look at the trailer.
What?
Let's take a look at Hitman. Hitman, that's the trailer coming up next.
Another Hitman movie? That was the first thing I thought about.
It's actually a parody. Like
parody.
It's a funny comedy. That's what it is. I mean, a guy who's trying to play Hitman and all of that, and it's. It's actually has very high ratings with the critics. It's doing quite well. I have not seen it.
Okay.
I've seen the trailer. Glenn Powell, of course, remember him from Maverick. That's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom
the second
Cruise,
part, Top Gun, Maverick. He was also there. So, I just want to see what comedy. I mean, feel good. The family can get to it, even though there's some turbulence.
In there. Wow. so
role-playing turbulence there. But
so the original Hitman movies, the serious ones, were based on a game franchise. I'm not sure which particular gaming console. So so Hit and Man Space. I don't know if this particular one, is this the one that has the space?
It's a parody. This one is just a joke.
It's a
joke.
comedy.
I think it's literally off a podcast.
Really?
Something like that, yeah. So
Seriously?
it's literally, it's nothing serious.
There's nothing serious
so
about
it actually reminds me of, you remember all there was some videos that were trending a while back where they're like, oh, my first time being an assassin.
Wow.
Where you probably like poison the tea, they use your hand to stir, they lick it. So like there are a lot of things happening like that. So, so that's literally where it took my mind to. So
that's actually a scary thought.
It's a scary.
That things like that are happening, but
I think yeah. So feel good.
Yeah, so feel good, exactly, that's it. Mara, let's check out our next trailer and we'll talk about it. Vikings, this is the third season.
Valhalla.
Yeah, it's rounding up. This is the third and final season. Let's check out the trailer.
Confirmed release date for this is July 11th, and it has a crazy fan base, amazing fandom, and they're all looking forward to it.
The Vikings have always been great historical figures that they've retold over times.
Yeah.
Even though the object of whatever of their conquest is always pillaging, raping, killing, and all of that. But it was more about, you know, Valhalla. Valhalla is supposed to be the home of the gods. And when you die in battle, you get a loud entrance into Valhalla, and you get to eat with the gods. And if you die and it's not in battle, you understand, you are doomed, and you are not going to go into Valhalla. Wow. So that myth made them go all out. You know, when somebody is who is not afraid of death,
so it's food that
goes into a battle.
So,
people have different meats. I mean, there's some that is virgins, but this one's just going to that hall, and there's meat, there's food, there's rejoicing, there's what's ambrosia, food of the gods.
The historically it says Christopher Columbus discovered America or so, but there are some myths, legends, tales that say the Vikings got to America first. But when they saw the Red Indians or the Native Americans there living in such harmony, and they somehow turned around, changed their mind, and went back to Norway. You know, they got to America first before the, is it the British? Yeah, the British claimed
the major meat of the Viking story is about their conquest.
Yeah,
England,
so
of course. Of England.
Sure.
England really felt the brunt of the Vikings.
Of course.
So, but this is it. There have been different, versions of Vikings. This is the latest one, Valhalla, and it's quite a good watch for those of you who love epic and all that kind of stuff. Brave, bravado.
Yeah, I think for me, when it comes to epics, it's just the costuming, the dialogue, the storyline, the plot twists here and there. I just love how attention to detail is literally paid, and how like they literally do not compromise on certain things and all of that. Sure. So yeah. Of course.
So it's so funny. In the UK, for instance, you know, if you see their bone structure, a lot of people don't realize that it's the Norwegians. Essentially give them their bone structure, the color of their hair, and everything.
Okay, so let's rush up and take the final one. Hope we have time for this one. Those about to die. We who are about to die salute you. That is what the gladiators say just before they get into battle to the emperor and all of that. And that is the premise of this interesting. I'm looking forward to it, of course, with the star cast there. Anthony Hopkins doing what he does best. I'm looking forward to this one. And the reason why is this is giving a different take to what I've not seen before. Okay. This was gaming. I mean, imagine what it means to flood the Colosseum. With and water, then give the ambience of actually in the sea, and the people are watching. So that was what those guys did. They just, human life was nothing to them, so they made games so much and all of that. So
they honestly speaking, it just looks so amazing already. I'm wondering how they put so much of that together. The research on this must have been crazy, and it's going to be one of those movies that's going to develop a fandom over time. I have a feeling, like the way Gladiator was.
Of course, it definitely threw my mind straight into Gladiator, and of course that's one movie I can watch like 1 million times over. So seeing something that actually looks quite similar and really centered around that whole gaming. So I think for me, is just to think of how creative, just like Mike spoiler, So, I mean, how creative they're literally going to make these gaming sessions and all of that, the new ideas they're going to come up with. So, yeah, definitely a watch for me.
All right. So, hopefully we've piqued your fancy when it comes to what you will be watching online or maybe in the cinemas sometime soon.
All right. That's it on our trailer watch this morning. We'll take a time out. We're back in a jiffy.